the dark side of living in Cincinnati, Ohio in 2026. Everyone says that Cincinnati is the affordable Midwestern dream, where your dollar stretches, the neighborhoods are gorgeous, and the beer culture is unmatched. And a lot of that is true. But here's what nobody tells you before you sign that contract and close on the house. The Cincinnati you see on those top 10 best places to live lists, it doesn't match what's happening on the ground right now. We've got a serious inventory problem, a tax structure that blindsides people from out of state, and neighborhoods that look nearly identical on paper, but feel like completely different worlds in person. If you're relocating here or buying your first home, this video is going to save you for some really costly surprises. Stay with me. Number one, the inventory ghost town. So let's start with the big one, inventory. You've probably heard Cincinnati is affordable, right? And compared to New York or Los Angeles, sure, it is. But that affordability has created its own problem. Everybody wants in, and there just aren't enough homes to go around. According to the latest Redfin market reports, the median sales price in Cincinnati has climbed to approximately $300,000. That's up over 10% from last year. And while inventory has ticked up slightly, we're still sitting at roughly 3 months of supply. Now, the Realtor Alliance of Greater Cincinnati puts the balanced market threshold at between 5 to 6 months of supply. So we're still below a balanced market. What does that actually mean for you? The deals people were snagging 3 or 4 years ago, those days are gone. Sorry guys. In areas like Hyde Park or maybe Blue Ash, you're regularly seeing multiple offers on anything that's been updated. And you're not just competing with local families anymore. You're up against institutional investors and buyers from the coast who think a $500,000 tutu is a bargain. Here's the hard truth. If you're not ready to move within 48 hours of a listing hitting the MLS in these in-demand neighborhoods, you've probably already lost the house. And that's the speed of this market right now. Number two, the big small town social barrier. This one is not a data point, but it's just as real. Cincinnati is one of those cities where the first question people ask you at a party is, where'd you go to high school? If you didn't grow up here, it can feel like everybody's already in a club and you're still waiting at the door. And having moved here as an adult, I can attest to this firsthand. I thought it was so weird. People wanted to know where I went to high school. It's not that people are unfriendly. They're not unfriendly. It's just that certain circles here have like a tight, been here together for decades kind of feeling. And if you're coming in from a more transient city like Austin or DC or New York, the pace of building friendships here is gonna feel a little slower than you're used to. It just takes a little bit more time. But once you're in, you're in. So just know it's part of the adjustment and you kind of need to like psychologically plan for that a little bit. So we've talked about the active inventory crunch and some of the social dynamics here, but we haven't even gotten to the financial stuff. And this is where most of the out-of-state buyers get a little blindsided. We're about to dig into the specific tax traps that can cost you thousands in your very first year here in Cincinnati. But first, if you want all of this in one place, we've put together a Cincinnati relocation guide that goes deeper than anything I can cover in a single video. It's got neighborhood breakdowns, top schools, and the logistics most agents won't bring up until it's too late. The link is in the description below, so we'll grab it because it's free. All right, let's keep talking taxes. Number 3 is the earnings tax revelation. Now, this one hits people where it hurts the most, in the wallet, and it hits hard, especially if you're coming from a state with low or no income tax. Here's what you need to know. According to the City of Cincinnati's official tax code, the city levels a 1.8% earnings tax on anyone who works or lives within the city limits. That's on top of everything else. And then there's the state level. As of January this year, according to the Ohio Department of Taxation, Ohio has moved to a 2.75 flat income tax earnings for anything over $26,000. So when you stack those together, 2.75 for state, 1.8 for the city, you're looking over 4.5% total hit on every paycheck. And this is something that most people don't calculate when they're thinking about moving here. And it doesn't stop there. Many of the surrounding municipalities also have their own local income taxes as well. So depending on where you land, you could end up paying more in local taxes here than you ever paid in state taxes back home. Now, this isn't a reason not to move here, but it is a reason to run the actual numbers before you decide on a neighborhood. By the way, I'm Peter Chabris, We've spent years here helping families navigate the Cincinnati real estate market, and this channel is our way of giving back to you with sort of honest, data-backed, no-fluff perspective that's actually useful in your decision-making. My goal with every video is very simple. We want you to walk into this market with your eyes open and not get hit with surprises after you've already signed on some dotted line. So if you're getting value from this, please hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe. It helps us keep the lights on around here and also helps us make content for people just like you. All right, so let's keep going. Number 4, the infrastructure struggle. Let's talk about getting around. Because where you live in relation to where you work will be one of the biggest quality of life factors in your move to Cincinnati. So Cincinnati has I-75 and I-71 as its main arteries, plus the 275 Beltway. The system works until it doesn't. The big wild right card now is this bridge situation. So according to the Ohio Department of Transportation, the Brent Spence Companion Bridge project officially moves into the kind of heavy construction phase in March of this year. This is a $4 billion with a B project, and it won't be fully realized until 2031. So until then, your commute from northern Kentucky into downtown Cincinnati, or that reverse commute, could genuinely be a coin flip on any given day. Census Bureau commute data backs this up. Cincinnati has spent a significant chunk of their days on those corridors. So before you fall in love with a house, please map the commute at rush hour and then do it twice. That 20-minute estimate on Google Maps may actually be 45 minutes for the next several years. Drive it once, maybe twice. Number 5, the neighborhood disparity. So this kind of ties everything together, and it's probably the most nuanced thing I'll say in this video. Cincinnati is not uniformly expensive or uniformly affordable. It's kind of a tale of two cities, and the gap between those is growing. According to Zillow research, home values appreciation in hot pockets like Over the Rhine and Hyde Park and Mason, well, those have outpaced the rest of the region, sometimes by double digits. Meanwhile, other neighborhoods haven't moved nearly as much. Here's the danger. If you buy into an area because of its up-and-coming status without really understanding the block-by-block dynamics, you might end up in a spot that doesn't appreciate the way you expect it to, or the way your Zillow search might make it look. Cincinnati's affordability story is real, but it's becoming increasingly neighborhood-specific. You can't navigate this from a map alone. You need someone on the ground who knows which blocks are on the rise and which ones are stalling. So, is Cincinnati a disaster? Absolutely not. It's a phenomenal city. World-class parks, incredible food scene, great culture, awesome people, a genuine sense of community that's hard to find in bigger metros. And the cost of living compared to the national average is still very real. But it's not that cheap escape it used to be. The competition for homes is real. The tax picture is something that you kind of need to plan for, and getting the right neighborhood right matters more now than it ever has. Know the friction points going on, and your move here can be one of the best decisions you ever make. Walk in blind, and it can be a very expensive lesson. If you're thinking about making a move and you want to talk through your specific situation, where to live, what your budget actually gets you, what to watch out for, we'd love to help. My contact info is in that description below. And seriously, go download that Cincinnati Relocation Guide. It's the most complete resource we've built for anyone trying to make sense of this market, and it's totally free. Make sure you check out that next video popping up on the screen right now. It goes into even deeper detail into what life in Cincinnati is really like. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.